What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So we needed to talk about Dogecoin a little bit because a lot of people are getting on my case about the fact that I'm saying it could get to $2 or $5 when it hasn't even gotten to $1 yet. Do you understand how investments work, or even trading, how all of this works? You set a ceiling, especially something that's as well known as Dogecoin now, and that's as talked about as Dogecoin. You set a ceiling and people are going to start to sell at those ceilings. People are going to say, oh, it's getting to $1, Dogecoin to $1, and you keep pitching this. Then it's going to create that ceiling to where people sell off at $1 or close to it. That's kind of what happened with SNL. You know, people set this expectation for $1 and it didn't get to $1. So it sells off because people think that it's not going to get anywhere near $1 or over $1 or close to $1. You know what I mean? When it definitely has the potential to grow a lot higher depending on market cap. Now, when I first was getting into crypto, I seen a lot of videos that talked about Dogecoin to $1,000 or $2,000, or can easily get to 3,000 Ethereum like levels. And it had no type of information whatsoever. That video had no type of information to break down market cap, understanding what the full market cap would be at $3,000. Do you want to know what it is? I haven't done the math, but I know it's ridiculous, and I'll probably show you that a little bit later. But it's crazy. So now as I'm starting to dig into these numbers, I can really say what the realistic numbers could be if we started to back this thing a lot more, and if businesses started to move on to this and all of that stuff. So what I'm going to do today is take you through how we can realistically get to $5. And that's where I think the ceiling, or close to the ceiling, may be when it comes to, you know, the amount of supply that comes in and the supply that gets, you know, traded back and forth, the transactions that happen. So before we get into this, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And let's go ahead and get into this. So first, let's look at some of the detail here. We can see that Dogecoin is currently at 45 cents, down from 74 cents. It is down 9.78% today, which is crazy. It is a high drop. You can see the high today was 52 cents. The low today is 44 cents. So we did increase a little bit off of the low. The market cap is around 58 billion. It's still sitting fourth when it comes to market cap on, you know, the amount of cryptos basically on Coinbase or on coinmarketcap.com. You could see that the volume in dollars is $7.4 billion. I believe that the overall volume as of each individual trade or transaction was around 14 billion, and we'll get into that in a little bit. The circulation is 129 billion here. Now, some other things we want to look at is the analysis, and a lot of things I like to look at here is the transactions greater than 100K, meaning how many people are putting, you know, that much money into it in the last 7 days. And you could see that there's $336 billion worth of these transactions. So, you know, you have some really big whales that are in there that are going to, you know, probably sell, buy, all of this other stuff and decrease or increase the price. We know that we are in a bearish market right now. We can see that with how the market's moving down basically 10%. We've had a number of large transactions go through 2.88% there. And that's really what I wanted to focus on here. We know that it's a pretty big move from what Dogecoin is doing as of right now. You know, everybody's watching it. You can see we got 738,000 people having it on watch lists. So that's a pretty big move. Now, what I wanted to focus on in this video, right, is obviously giving you that explanation of how it can actually get to that $5 mark. Now, everybody has seen exactly what my spreadsheet is here. You can see the spreadsheet. I have, you know, Dogecoin broken out where it's at $1. It would be at $129 billion market cap, $3, $10, all of that other stuff, right? As we get into that, we also have the supply of 5.2 billion. When we look at that compared to Ethereum, we understand exactly what it could get to. Now, when we break this down, I wanted to break this down and understand like how soon we need to actually do this if we're going to do this. Now, this year would probably have to be the year where we do it, right? Where we actually make this move to $5, because next year we're increasing the amount that we have by 5.2 billion. This is adding on way more than what Ethereum even has available, what Doge or what a Bitcoin even has available, what other cryptocurrencies even have available. It's all supply and demand at that point. If they had less here, if there was less supply, then you would see this skyrocket right now. But the fact that we don't have as much supply, or we have too much supply, it ends up being a very difficult situation for people, for prices to get to these high numbers that people are hoping for it to get to. So having 129 billion is something where things can actually change. And if you had another cryptocurrency that, if they decided to make this as a joke and all of a sudden they only offered, 900 million, then you would see the market cap actually get to a certain point. So we can break all that down. However, we can't redo this. We can't redo, how everything was set up. It's 129 billion. I don't know if they can change anything in the future with the actual currency itself, but we have 129 billion worth of supply. So we have to do it in the first year, I would think. The first 2 years at minimum. When it gets to or maximum. When we get to the other years and we start to really increase and we continue to go down, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 years or so, you're going to see this price continue to increase, or you're going to see this amount continue to increase of supply. Let me change that from being dollars. But you can see that we get up to 200 billion, which is absolutely crazy. And saying that this would be sustainable at $5 somewhere around that point would be ridiculous. So this market cap over here obviously multiplies the price by the supply. So we could see at 45 cents right now, we're at a $58 billion market cap. So getting to $5 is not something that's just absolutely ridiculous. $647 billion worth of a market cap is not ridiculous. It is high. It's higher than Ethereum is right now, but it's not absolutely ridiculous. So if you look at something like $2 or $5, it can definitely get there. But in order to do that, we need all the volume to happen this year. You can see the current volume that we have is 16.1 billion. 16.1 billion with a B. That's huge, right? That's a lot of volume, but that's not big enough. We need more volume than that. We see the supply per day. The supply that's added per day is 14.2 million that's added per day. So we need a lot of transactions in order to continue to drum this up. We also need more buy transactions, buy and hold, rather than the sell transactions that we've been seeing lately. A lot of these larger purchases are going through, and they're actually selling those larger purchases, which are dropping the price a significant amount, right? So if a lot of people are actually holding this position, just like how we're dealing with AMC and GME, it's a different situation. It's a different animal. While we also partner that with being able to buy at certain businesses, if we add those to different businesses, then yes, people will continue to buy. The volume needs to go up for the amount of people that are buying this position. So all in all, we need a ton of volume to go through. And today we're seeing 16.1 billion. But most of that is sell volume, right? That's how you get to the point to where it's a downward moving crypto, right? So to tell you the truth, it's very easy to get to $5. It's just we have to break certain levels. We also have to get a lot of catalysts. There's a lot of situations that really have to go our way in order to get to that point, because it's definitely doable. They said that getting to the third highest crypto by market cap was impossible. They were at 4. They were also at 2. It was pretty high up there, and it can get to the point to where it's at, it was at 3. It can also get to 2. It can also get above Ethereum, which is Ethereum is at about 400 billion. So 394. It's probably more than that now as I looked at this price, because I think it's at like 4,200. So yeah, it's about 500 billion. So we can get to those Ethereum like levels market cap wise, not price wise. So for the people that were saying, hey, we can get to $1,000, $2,000, I think that's unbelievable. And I said this in my previous video that said, Dogecoin to $1,000, breaking down, can it realistically get to that point? And this is what YouTube is here for, to learn and correct yourself. And it got to that point to where I did, break that down and said, yeah, it might have been possible. But now I'm breaking this down fully, understanding a lot of things that go into it when there's still more to learn. And I'm saying that it's not possible. By market cap, it can't be possible. That's way too much. So yeah, let me know what you think here. Do you believe it can get to $5? How long do you think it will take to get to $5? I think it needs to happen this year or next year. It cannot happen the year after that. It starts to really break out and we start to add on too much supply. We need to continue to see this volume increase. But what I'm more interested in is seeing where we will start to flatten out at. You know, I understand people want to make money, but if people are going to start using this as a transaction-based currency, which is what a lot of people are looking at it for, it's a low-cost currency that's, you know, decentralized, right? We understand the idea behind it, but where does it start to level out? Because you have $5 here, but then you have, it's going to have an influx in volume of 5.2 billion, which does take away from the price. It's going to create its own like inflation basically to this currency. We understand how that's going to happen, or kind of understand how that's going to happen. And I want to see where that peak actually is going to be, to where it does level out. But right now we're all interested in finding a way to make as much money as we possibly can with something like Doge or something like these cryptocurrencies. This is just kind of a warning saying, hey, you know, look at the market cap, look at the possibility of it getting to these points, because so far I've seen a number of videos talking about how SafeMoon and what's it, Shiba Inu coin can get to $1 or $2. And it's definitely tricky when you start getting into those, because those are trillions of dollars of coins, or trillions of coins. So anyways, let me know what you think about Dogecoin, where it can actually get to, you know, the realization of it getting to $5. I can tell you right now, as we look at this, we can say $2 is definitely possible. $2 is definitely easily possible. You know, getting up to $250 billion worth of a market cap. That's not crazy to say. Something that's used and traded so much, it can get to that point. Now, especially if we start adding it to businesses, it's going to be crazy. But let me know what you think about it. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description. It does help out the channel. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok if you want some more updates, short form content, and some daily posts. But that's it, guys. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the